You don't lose momentum because you're inconsistent. You lose it because you build it the wrong way. You go all in, you feel motivated, you make a plan, you push hard. And for a few days it works, but this is where it breaks down. That intensity you rely on, that's the thing that's breaking your momentum. Because you've experienced this. You have a good day, then another. You're focused, productive, locked in. And it feels like I've figured it out. Then one day it's gone. You feel tired, overwhelmed, slightly off, and suddenly you can't pick it back up. And this is the part that messes with you, isn't it? Because it's not like you don't care. You still want to do the work. You still think about it, but something in you just doesn't engage. And this is where most people get it wrong. They think, I just need more discipline. But that's not the real issue. The real issue is how you're defining momentum. Most people think momentum looks like this. High energy, big push, feels like real progress. But that version of momentum is fragile. It only works when you feel good. And the moment your state changes, it collapses. Now suddenly the bar is too high. The task feels heavier. You can't match the intensity from before. So instead of adjusting, you stop. And this can change everything. Momentum isn't intense. It's quiet. It doesn't look impressive. It doesn't feel dramatic, but it's the only kind that lasts. Quiet momentum looks like starting when you don't feel ready. It looks like doing less than you think you should. It looks like stopping before you burn out. It looks like coming back the next day. And here's the part most people resist because it feels too small, too slow. It feels like it's not enough. But that's exactly why it works. Because your brain is willing to engage with it consistently. And this is what you're actually trying to build. A loop. You start, you realize it's manageable, and you come back. Not intensity, a loop. So you start, even if it's small. You experience that wasn't so bad, and then you return. And every time you complete that loop, momentum builds. This is the gap most people never see. They think momentum comes from pushing harder. Pushing harder breaks the loop because it makes the task feel heavier next time. So instead, you need a way to keep the loop intact. That's the core idea behind the momentum reset method. Not building perfect systems, but creating conditions where you can start, experience, and return, even on days where you don't feel like it. This is the shift I had to figure out myself, not how to push harder, but how to keep coming back. So how do you actually do this? First, if something feels heavy, it's too big. Shrink it. Not make progress, just start. And this is important. Make it so small it feels almost unnecessary. Next, if it feels like it has to go well, you won't start. So remove the meaning. This doesn't have to be good, just has to begin. And this is where things shift. Then don't push until you're drained. Stop while it still feels manageable. So your brain remembers that was fine. We were safe. And most importantly, not how well you did, but whether you come back. Because momentum isn't built on one session. It's built in the return. So you stop trying to be someone who pushes hard, stays motivated, never drops off, and start becoming someone who starts easily, returns consistently, keeps things moving. So if you keep losing momentum, it's not because you're inconsistent. It's because you're trying to sustain intensity instead of building something repeatable. Momentum isn't loud. It isn't dramatic, it's quiet, and that's why it works. If this clicked for you, subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome, because this channel is about helping you take action without forcing yourself to do it. And if you want to go deeper into this, watch this next, how to build momentum even when you feel stuck. Because this is where most people go wrong next. They try to scale too quickly and break the loop again.